Capone, your host. Respect the Hustle is back with all that's been going on. I've been super busy, super running around, crazy, doing so much. You can catch me every Thursday morning on Heat 100 Radio with the one and only Simply Monica, Rock the Barber, and any special guests that they have. Shout out today, we had Chef Rashawn, we had Mama Jones. If you're not familiar with Mama Jones from Love and Hip Hop, New York, she is an amazing woman. This is her book. Let me throw some information for those who are looking via YouTube. You'll be able to see this. Um, this is her book, My Guide to Love and Romance. So for those who did not tune in to Monica and I in Rock the Barber, get rock. On Heat 100 Radio this morning, we had it was a wonderful interview with Mama Jones. We ate. We had some great food prepared by Chef Rashawn. It was crazy. It was so I just was stuck. Then we end up going down to City Hall with Sister Talia and her organization, where mother I said mother. I'm so proper. But Mama Jones was presented with like the key to the city or something. She was given a citation for all the work that she's been doing, far as just getting out there, really supporting mothers, mother to mother tours, what it was called, and it was just an amazing opportunity to be out there to see everyone. If you don't know about this book, I said I would post it up here and make sure you guys are aware. So you can also follow Mama Jones. This is Jim Jones' mama, his real mama. So the real Mama Jones on Instagram, and here's the book. So for those, hopefully you guys can see it. I got cameras all over the place. So it's a good read. It's dope. Give you a lot of advice, from a mama, a real mama. And I think, check her out. Definitely check her out. Follow her. She's extremely active. She's friendly. She's not somebody who's going to, shun you or push you away. You got questions. She's willing to talk to you, to ask. Um, Really, like, she's supportive. Like, it was amazing to see someone from, TV transition and be able to just chat with you and talk to you and be down to earth. So it was a great vibe, with the queens out here today. Shout out to everybody that came out and supported. Shout out to everybody that tuned in to us on the morning rush show with Simply Monica. I know I've been on radio all day. I'm exhausted. Shout out to Shelly Williams, who also, y'all, everybody knows Shelly Shell, the legendary Shelly Shell, who was out there today, who also received an award for all the legendary work she's done in the community. So we've just been all over the place and busy, but I got to get a lot of requests to bring back Respect the Hustle. And that's why we're here. Respect the Hustle. So just being out here, as many of you know, I'm a business consultant. I work with a lot of promoters. Right now, I am working with Simply Monica. We just did an amazing event with state property up at Lou and Choose. 4th of July, it was amazing. It was crazy. It was epic. It was legendary. It went down. I mean, it shut everything down. You can always follow me on Instagram at Nina Capone One. Check out the pictures, the footage, the videos, everything. But during that time, as I connected with Monica, we worked on, getting preparation and coordination for all of these for her show. I ran into a lot of artists. Although I've been off the scene with Industries Radio's Respect the Hustle show, I feel like I should bring it back and allow some of the artists to, put their stuff out there, some additional promotion, communication. A lot of people know who I am. A lot of people don't. I kind of came off the scene when it comes down to this Respect the Hustle show, but I'm back. I'm back. We all go on hiatus. I have a company to run, so I'm extremely busy all the time. As a consultant, I'm constantly meeting with people, building businesses and strategies, and so on and so forth. So, but I do want to definitely bring back Respect the Hustle. So here we are, and I have some amazing guests coming on. Right now, I have one of our older hosts. I hope I'm not too loud. Bring him on the line. In the Streets Radio.
What's going on? What's good with you? The one and only Mr.
Introduce
340.
yourself.
You already know.
We got to hear you. we have
The
on the
one and
line?
only 3.0.
Mr. 3.0.
Hello?
As many of you know, this was my co-host, and he's still here with us. He's still here with us. Today he's joining virtually. Again, I'm running around everywhere, so I can't drag people throughout the city. But what you got going on, Mr. 3.0?
Well, I'm currently on the job site. Full forces out here, security. We're doing our thing out here.
Shout
Um,
out to Blue Force.
for anybody that's needing, full force security, you know what I mean, holler at us. And, still doing my Mr. All Purpose, fixing up the houses and just helping people. That's about it.
Okay, okay, okay. Well, look, we back. How do you feel about being back?
I mean, I love it. I was excited when I seen it last week. I was just waiting, I was just waiting for the information to drop. So now that it's officially dropped, then I'm excited. You already know,
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Was,
So for those who don't know, Mr. 3.0 is my right hand man. He helps me with content, getting it together, making sure we're on topic with conversations, getting the people connected to me. For those who can't reach me, you can definitely hit up Mr. 3.0. For those of you who already know him, and let him know, look, I need to get on the show. What do I need to do? He can definitely instruct and support with that. Right now, we're just creating opportunity for people. We want to know those who hustle. Um, One of the main reasons I brought Mr. 3.0 on is because he's a hustler. He would, what we define as he respects the hustle. He do what he has to do to make it happen. And I think, during this COVID experience, there's been a lot more of that, would you say, Mr. 3.0?
yeah, I would definitely say it's been a whole lot more of that. I mean, it was a time for people to really take time for themselves to think like what they really want, and it's not handed out to us. We got to earn it. You know what I mean? We got to go out here, we got to grind, and we got to stay focused. So,
Absolutely.
it was a crazy time, but it was a good time, I would say. It was a lot of people that was needing the help, and a lot of things was going on. It was this pandemic hit hard, so
Yeah, yeah.
the
And here
hustle
we
was
are.
real.
Here we are. A lot of people started businesses, which made me busy because that's what we do. We do business formation, helping people get their business strategy in order, helping people get their websites and SEO done, and you name it. So I've been extremely busy with that. But again, I have to make time for my peace, my love. What I love to do is my radio. Respect the hustle. And it's
Yeah.
just ready. Here we are. This is what we're doing. It feels good. Shout out to my producer. I'm also working on a project. Um, Listen, it's been crazy amongst everything else that we got going on. Salute to his name is what Wiz 64 on here. Wayne Chateau. That's my producer, and I'm dropping him crazy right now, trying to get the music. You know me, I'm anal about production, how it sounds when I'm writing. So
Well,
it's
I
putting
know.
everything back together. I know you know. Mr. 3.0 was also my choreographer. Um, I say my workout partner for real, because we used to go tear the clubs
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, we got to change that title. The workout partner. That's it. That's it.
Workout
A
partner,
good dance
boy.
is a good workout.
Mr. Footwork himself, if you don't know. So just really getting out there and putting myself out there again. And it's been amazing. It's been amazing. The world opened up. It looked like we about to close it again. But, nonetheless, I feel like everybody got their mojo back. We're moving along. We're getting things together. Again, I had the opportunity to hang out with Jim Jones' mother today, Mama Jones. She is amazing.
Yeah,
So make sure you
I
get that
seen. You
book.
make it.
Oh
You
my
moving
goodness,
around.
moving around ain't the word. It's so crazy. Shout out to Simply Monica, who's been driving me crazy and inspiring me all at one time. I don't know how she does it. This woman is just
You,
everywhere.
I ain't go. I'm not even going to lie. Listen, I got to give a big shout out to William D. You know what I'm saying? My guy King. Like
hmm
he is exactly what you just said, but he's so inspiring, and he can put you there when technically when you got the skill set and you got, what I mean. He has a lot of knowledge and wisdom. So yeah,
And we need
a
those
big
type
shout
of
out to
people.
my guy.
We need those. We need those type of people to help us to not just to be motivated. We need people with that motivation. I think sometimes we forget that, even though we are the leaders or we take charge and we're the mentors, we also need people to mentor and push and motivate us. So I find that in my
Right.
clients, my clients motivate me because they're go getters, and it's amazing to have such energy around me. Although I'm working with them or helping them to do something, it helps to keep me on
Right.
task on point as well. So, shout out to
I
all of my
totally
clients.
agree.
But Monica has been busy with her book. His woman, his wife, my man. Okay, if you have not read this book, this is part one. It's a great, great read. It's not what you think it is. So I suggest men and women go get it. Get to understand who Monica Mason is. Also, you can really just kind of pick up and say, "Damn, I've been in that situation." Feel her struggle,
Right.
feel her pain, feel her hustle. One of the biggest
Right.
hustlers I know. Then she has her part two. Honestly, I haven't had a chance to get to this because she worked me to death, so I'm going to blame that right on her. But I can't wait to read it. I cannot wait to read it. And I know it's going to be a lot of fun because, again, part one was amazing. So just, support black businesses, support black talent, support our community,
Absolutely.
support our young people, respect the hustle. Again, if you have a hustle and you want to share it with us and you want to talk about it, you can always call in
Yeah.
live 914-205-5389, or you can book an interview. You can book an interview right on our website, inthestreetsradio.com, and I'll be more than happy to hear your story and get it out, help you get the word out. We got a huge platform.
Yeah, man, because yo, we had some awesome guests, man. We had
Yes,
some great
yes.
times with the Respect the Hustle. So that's why we're
Who
so in
was
high
the best
demand
guest we
because
had? Who
yeah,
was the best?
we had some great times on that. I seen a couple of I went back and looked at some of the old episodes and it's just like it got to come back. I'm ready. I'm
Absolutely,
ready.
it had to. We can't just drop the ball on this. We had to bring it back. So shout out to everybody that motivated me to bring Respect the Hustle back to life. Get back on air.
Yeah, I
Do what I
appreciate
do.
y'all. Y'all helped her. Y'all
Shout
helped
out
her
to
realize
Monica,
what she was missing.
simply Monica, for really pulling me in that direction where I had no choice but to be seen again. And the question really arose because a lot of times it's just out of sight, out of mind, and people can forget about that part. So just jumping on the morning rush with her in the morning, just being there, getting on air, jumping in, getting in where I fit in, kind of really pushed got the wheels to spinning and the calls to coming through. So shout out to Monica. That's my sister. Like she inspires everybody. Like it's crazy. This
But
woman
you
is
wanna know what? I think I felt it coming. I really feel like I felt it coming, and then when you dropped the ball on me the other night and said what you got coming next, I was just like I knew that was coming too. So I want to give her a very big hug when I see her because yes, this is what I needed. I needed something to keep me even more busier.
Listen. It's so crazy. It's such an amazing feeling to get back out there to start, really getting in touch with people again. Just being taken out of the world. That quarantine thing really kind of made people want to stay in, and not only just made me want to stay in, but it kind of lost communication with a lot of people. Just made you
Right.
comfortable with being alone. Whereas it's okay, but it's not cool. Get back out there. Connect with your family, connect with your people, get back into the
Right.
activities that you do, the hobbies, your hustle. I mean, it's extremely important, and I'm glad to be back. I'm so glad to be back. Right now, we are streaming live on multiple Facebook pages, as well as Twitch and YouTube and Instagram as well. So if you're out there, holler at us. I want to know what everybody's got going on right now. I got the lines open. I don't plan on being on here forever tonight. Just kind of want to jump in and just say what's up to
Yeah, we want
everybody.
to know your hustle. You know what I mean?
We want to.
Call
I
us
want
in
to
and
know
let us know what your
everybody's
hustle is.
hustle.
You know?
I want to know,
I
Wayne, if you
mean,
out there, I see you on a live. If you can call in, Wayne, that would be dope. Just to kind of get you online. I know you're working on a lot of things. You're also working with me. Wayne, if you want, the number is 914-205-5387. Definitely He said, well, let's go. Well, let's go. Call in. I need you on the line. So
Yeah, we
this
need you in here, bro. Let's go.
I need y'all to talk to my producer, hear from him, because I drive him crazy. I know I do. But he stick by me. He be like, yeah, I'm a stick by her. I swear,
Well,
it's
as you
so
can
hard.
see, I haven't let go. We going on a decade plus, so you know how that go.
Listen. I'm really not that hard to be around. I'm not that difficult. I'm more
You not?
supportive than
You not?
anything.
I
I do
agree.
push people. I push people though. I push people. I believe that
Yeah.
everybody should just kind of do your own thing too. Don't just be around me and support me and what I'm doing, but build with me. Take something from me. Use me. Utilize whatever I bring, whatever situation I bring you into. Get something out of it so you can grow, so you can have your hustle. So if you want to be a radio person and you want to go on air and do what you do, listen. Don't ask me what I do. Ask me how
Well,
I do it.
you got to remember, you was the one that inspired me to start the Thank You Friday. Because I
You
started
started
with
this
the
show.
Respect the Hustle. So you inspired me to do the Thank You Friday, and like, yes, yeah, that's what it does. Like once you get there, it's just be like, yeah, I could do this. You know what I mean? So I'm
Right.
really happy that you inspired me in that direction.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, it's nothing but love. I'm gonna put you on hold for a second, and I'm gonna bring in another
All
caller.
right.
Caller, state your name. Hello.
You. What's good?
Yeah.
Congratulations. Welcome back.
Thank you. State your name. We gotta know who you are. I know I just told you to call in, but tell us who we talking to.
This is the one and only Wayne Chateau.
So Wayne Chateau is my producer, my super producer, as I call him. Wayne, I got questions for you. You know what? I was going to apologize for putting you on the spot, but I don't. I'm not going to apologize for putting you on the spot. I'm just going to put you on the spot. Tell us a little bit about the project that we're working on and how you feel about it. Tell us how you feel about this new project that Nina Capone is working on.
Yo, I'm going to be real honest.
Please do.
The project is going well. I think it's a great thing. I think it's awesome that we get a chance to work together again. And what people don't know is that me and Nina have been rocking, producing, writing since like 2000. That's crazy. That's 21 years.
21 years. Wow.
21 years.
Ooh, y'all make me feel
I mean,
listen.
it's crazy.
Listen. That's how real it is. That's how real it is. And, you have the same work ethic that you had 21 years ago. And, becoming able just to connect again and say, let's get busy, let's do this. Can you just, I know you don't like to do this, but I'm going to put you on the spot and ask you to do it anyway.
Please don't.
Come on, Wayne. Name drop a little bit for me. Because you're so talented. Right. You're not just some janky producer that I found in the street. You work with some amazing people and that got some success. You ain't got to go into the details, but name drop for me. Tell us a few of the people that you know that you produce albums for. You produce records on. You help produce.
Nina Capone.
She ain't nobody. Keep going.
Okay, wait a minute. Nina Capone Part 2.
Keep going. We still here. We still waiting.
Well, I had the pleasure to work with a couple different people. I did some things with the R. Kelly situation for his project. I also had a chance to, go over to the West Coast and do some things. Back to New York, and just put my weight around everywhere. I'm into every bag, but the main thing is that staying focused, and I think that's what makes it so great is the fact that we're able to. It's like we picked up like where we never left off. Like most people, work ethic is not like ours. Like you'll tell me like, okay, this is what I need, and this is how I need it to go. Boom, I'm on it. I'm telling y'all, give me a timetable. Okay, look, or I give you a timetable. Okay, 2-3 days and it's done. When it's done, we come in, we write. There's no half stepping, and people, you can see us actually recording, putting the project together, and it's kind of crazy because out of all the people I work with, it's kind of crazy that me and her basically, you know what I mean, do some things that's crazy right there on the spot.
Right.
Like, she's a great writer, and she doesn't, you know, I say she flies under the radar, and we all understand why. She doesn't. She always want to play the back, and I'm cool with that because I've always want to play the back. I never want to be in the front, you know. And what makes it such a great experience for me is the fact that I get to work with somebody that I haven't had a chance to work with in a long time, and we got like family roots. Like all the way back up from when my cousin knowing her mom way back.
Oh my goodness!
So yeah, so it's like family roots. So
music industry roots, right?
Yeah, there you go. And the thing about it is, when working with you, the idea that you have and the concept that you come up with makes it so awesome. Where I think it'll take us to the next level. And people don't understand how when you come together and you work and you put out a great project, you actually take your time and you relax and you have fun with it. And they don't have fun with it anymore. The fun is taken out of it because everybody see the money. And that's the bad part about it. People see the money. Because I'm going to be honest with you, the money ain't always there. But the fun and the love will always stay there if you stay true to it.
Right.
And that's real.
I hope producers are listening, because one of the things that, you know, working with a lot of these producers, they're creating sounds that sound like everything else sounds today. So it's really hard to find a true creative producer who's going to give you what you have in your head, you know. Like when I came to you, I said, I want something, and, you know, I'll give you a sample of the beat and say, I want something in this nature. And you're able to just jump in and get creative and bring it back to me. And I say, okay, that's it. Or let's change this, or let's change this up a little bit. And it's like you're open. There's no rebuttals. So, you know, I thank you for taking the time to work with me, because, you know, I ain't nobody. I ain't no music listening. But, you know, allowing me to create from, you know, really to co-produce with you, because a lot of times we're dealing with producers nowadays, and you're a writer, they give you something and they just want you to write to it. You don't really get to customize that sound, that track, and say, I want this, and I want bells and whistles. And then a Capone's difficult, right, Wayne? I want cowbells, and I want that backlit sound thingy.
You know what makes it so thorough is the fact that when you're a producer, let me just say this and just give a little advice if I could. When you're a producer and you're creating your song, you don't need a whole bunch of sounds. And then the thing that what makes me separate myself from everybody else is I use sounds and then I tweak them to where I like the sound, not what they want, but what I like to hear. What I think, because as I'm making a record, I like to see it progress to the next level, not stay there and get stuck and it's done. And most people don't take the time to listen to how the drum program is going to go, whereas though I can visualize it and hear it and see it if I was actually playing it. Like, I take my time in picking drums. I take my time. And that's crazy because DJ Premier was just talking about this earlier, that most producers don't take the time to search through their drum files to pick out certain drums.
Wow. And
I was like, yo, that is right. That's right. And that's real. Because like, if you notice, absolutely. Like, if you notice, like, when the sound that I actually used in the project, one of the snares is the same snare that they use in all the trap music. But the thing about it, I was able to make it sound different than what they were using.
Right.
And then here's another thing: most producers aren't engineers, and they can't mix.
Right.
And
you're right. I'm agreeing here, and that's a big turnoff, because when you're in a studio and you hear that, you want that clean mix. You want, Oh my goodness! And don't let me just get into the light up microphone. Just,
Uh,
you just go. You just keep talking because I'm spoiled. I know I'm a spoiled brat, but I mean, like you said, the customization of the drums, like I think when as artists, as we grow, I can say a lot of artists haven't had the opportunity to work with a producer like yourself, because you're rare. You're rare. It's far and few producers that are out there that will sit with an artist and say, what do you want? What's your expectation of the sound? What
right,
type of drums do you like? Well, listen to
right.
this, listen to that drum. You like this, you like that. So this is it's huge for me. And I'm a spoiled brat, but just thank you for still being genuine to the music.
Oh, no problem at all. It's mutual. It's a mutual feeling because I look at it like this: when you're having fun and you create music and you want to be one of the best, you have to allow yourself to take time to listen to the artist as well. And there's questions that you have to ask the artist. And like for me, like I said, when it comes to producing, I have to make sure that the move, like how they say back in the day, like that demo actually becomes a record. Right. For me, there's no more demos; it's strictly records. Mm-hmm. So what I say to the producers now, if you can produce the beat and you don't have the talent to the background of mixing it, then let somebody else mix it for you. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
If you can't engineer it, if you can engineer it, that's cool. But if you can't, let somebody else engineer it. Because I guarantee at the end of the day, it's going to sound like something that you never thought it could sound like. And with me, I was groomed by a lot of different producers, whereas though I was able to do those things and take in and learn. But, for some people, everybody think they know it all. Me, I don't know nothing. I'm still learning.
He get on my nerves with that because he knows so much. But, it's that humble factor and, to know what some of the records that you've worked on and some of the albums that you produced, and to still know that, you allow me to come in and pick your brain and use you. Like, I throw that term around so loosely. I think we don't use people enough. And, I get, a lot of people look at me, well, you a user. I am a user. I am, and anybody that know me, anybody that's ever worked with me know that I'm coming to learn from you. I don't want to be around people that I know everything and they don't know nothing. I want to learn. I want the experience to be around you and learn from you. Take something away. Be able to implement something and say, hey, Wayne taught me this, or Monica taught me this, or this person taught me that, and go and so on and so forth. Because if I'm around people and I'm the smartest person in a room, I'm wasting my time. I'm wasting my time.
Yeah, I understand that. That.
And
I
that it's
up a lot of energy in rooms just to listen and not talk, but just sit back and listen and take notes, mental notes.
That's right.
And at times when you take mental notes, you might not think you need those notes, but later on down the line, you will need those notes, and you got to go back to them.
Yep.
And most people say refresher course. Yeah, that's what it is.
Exactly.
Because like a lot of producers that come out and be like, no, I wanted to do it like this. No, I want to sound like this one. I want to sound like that one. That's the problem. You wanted to sound like this one. For me, and don't get me wrong, I was doing the same thing until my shirt tail was pulled and say, wait a minute, let me show you something different. Mm-hmm. And once I started doing stuff different, then there was no looking back for me.
Right.
Anything that I play or anything that you hear, you can be like, yo, I could play 10 beats and they don't sound the same. You're like, yo, man, what is this?
Yeah. And it's so crazy with you because you do both hip hop and R&B, and your hip hop and your trap is just not the same. You can't tell it
at all.
Producer. And and that's what always caught my eye with you. And I'm like, oh my God, where Wayne? I need Wayne. Because you get people send me beats over and over and over, and I'm listening to like maybe hundreds and hundreds of sounds, but I don't hear anything that really pop out. I always tell Wayne, if it's a good record, and I mean from the production end, then the lyrics are automatic, and you've seen me do it. When you watch me, you put a beat on, and I said, well, I mean, we just worked on something. We were referencing a song, a hook, and Wayne put
pretty
a beat
much.
on, and
Yep.
he said, so when you going to get this done? And I said, but it's done. It's in my head already. I got it. And he said, so you telling me I could turn the mic on right now, and you won't be able to record? I'm like, I'm ready. And what we do? What we do, Wayne?
We finished it. We finished it.
Just
And the
like
crazy,
that.
that's the crazy part about it. The thing about it, we were both so amazed that she didn't even sound like herself. That's the crazy part, and that's how you know you're there.
Right. And I mean,
That's how you know you're there.
That's key, though. That's key. When you get quality, you can just kind of roll out with quality, especially if you're a writer. If you're an artist that writes, then you know your hit. You know the song when you hear the beat. So it's so important that you engage with your production, with the producer. Don't just allow a producer to send you a beat and be like, this is just what it is. In some cases, that's cool, but personalize that beat. Work with that producer to personalize that beat. Help them to engineer your voice, your sound, your song. So, different mics. I didn't know for years that different mics make you sound different. I mean, I got on Wayne's $100 million mic, and that joint,
What?
as soon as I got
Who
near
has
it,
that?
that joint
Who
lit
got
up.
that?
I was like, oh. And I'm such a kid. I mean, it made me want to work harder. It made me want to sound better. I started speaking clearer, and I don't know, it could have really been a mic, but that joint was crazy. And the sound that, I don't know, he was over there pushing buttons too, but I was just like, yo, this is crazy. But, Wayne, what would you say, and I want to, of course, I'm going to turn this into a Wayne interview. What would you say as far as difficulty level, like, what's a difficult artist to work with for you?
What is an artist that comes in and want to come in with 50 dudes and don't have a game plan? That's a big issue.
What's your expectation?
Well, my expectation for my artist is to come in let me backtrack a little bit. Most producers, what I think is that if a producer gives a rapper a beat, the ideal, he should be able to tell them, okay, with this beat, when I created this beat, I was thinking about like I was in Miami and I was cruising, I'm chilling, I'm already paid, I'm already popping bottles, I'm in the club, I'm just relaxing, I'm smoking and I'm good. So you actually helping him paint the picture, the vibe. At times, most producers just give them the beat, all right, go ahead and do what you're going to do. And it shouldn't be like that. And like the thing about it, the artist should get to know the producer, whereas though he can say, you know what, this beat right here, I think if we did this and you said this and tried that, I think it'll work. Because people don't even know, like, I'm going to tell you something. The only one who put me on a microphone before was DJ Miz. And I don't have a voice for a microphone. And then Nina came in, and I had to do some backup vocals on her record. On this other track that we demoing out. Right. And it's crazy because you really couldn't tell it was me. Right. And when I actually played that track, they was like, yo, who did that? And what's that? Crazy. So I think most producers should have a vision when create a track. And another thing, a producer, when I don't believe in, this was taught to me, I don't believe in doing a beat, not finishing it, going to bed and coming back to it. No, that don't work for me. I was trained to get it done right then and there and finish it and complete it and mix it and make it sound like a record. So all we need is vocals and it's done. There is no, let me start right here and go upstairs and make breakfast or eat dinner or go get some gas in your car and then come back. No. Right. It's cool to take a break, but no, I was never taught like that. So I guess the way my mind is trained when it comes to music is to, now don't get me wrong, I was the type of dude that was start a beat, didn't like it, put it to the side and start another beat. No. That was broken out of me. When I made a beat, I finished it. Whether it was hot or not, I finished it.
Right.
I had to. And then it's instilled in me so much, whereas though if I'm doing a record, I'm getting the artist, what are you feeling these days?
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel like right now? How do you feel? When they say, well, I'm on some chilling, I'm just laid back, all right, I'm going to give you this little banging laid back type beat. But before I give it to you, I'm going to finish it so what you hear actually sounds like a record. So you're like, yo, like a lot of people say this, like, yo, that don't sound like it's on the radio because I mixed it, I mastered it, and it's done. There's no going back. All I got to do is pull up the files. If you need me to send it to Cali, it's on its way to Cali. It's already mixed and done. Now, if a person say, Wayne, give me raw, I give it to you raw, and you can mix it. I don't care. Go ahead and mix it. Do your thing. That takes a lot of time. It takes a break. It gives me a break from doing it.
Right.
I need to freshen my juices. Like, I'm always learning. I can never learn enough about this, creating a beat, finishing a beat. And most producers don't get a chance to finish. But what bothers me sometimes is when an artist come in and then you start a game plan, and then when you give them the game plan and they agree with it, they come back, no, I'm not feeling that. And I always say an artist should for nothing that they don't feel. I always say that.
Right.
But at the same time, it might not be for you, tell it to someone else.
I wanted to.
So I always say,
that was something I really wanted to jump into, working with a producer to create songs to be sold. So let's talk a little bit about that. Like, what inspires that, and what makes you go in that direction and say, hey, you know what? Let's work on this, just so I can let some other folks hear. Like, what inspires you to do that with a song and an artist?
Well, 9 times out of 10 for me, I'll listen and hear something, and just like, wow, like I picture myself, like whenever I'm doing a beat, I picture myself like, yo, who could this be? Who could this go for? Who could be on this record and make it a hot record? And I'll be sitting there and creating, like, yo, let's put some vocals on this, and let's try to get this to this person, because anybody can you can get in contact with. It's like saying anybody can get touched, but anybody you can get in contact with, you just gotta be willing to put in the footwork. You know. I mean, it's kind of easy in a way. You just have to keep doing it. It's a lot of footwork and then grave detail that you got to do. So if I hear a party record, I have to hear, okay, who's that party MC that can rock a crowd? Like, everybody can agree with me if I make a crazy beat and it's rocking, it's nice, it got everything in it. I might say Buster, okay? Who's another party type rapper? Nelly. Okay, who's another? No doubt, but a party rapper. I could say Beans. It's a couple ways you can go. Right. It all depends what the vision that you see, what you both come up with. Now my interview is over now, right?
No. You're not supposed to that easy. He tried it. Like, he's supposed to have been here, but I let him off the hook with that. But he ain't off the hook.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I do want to bring the 3.0 back on the line and see if he has any questions. Being as though 3.0, are you there?
I'm there. Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. So I had my producer on the line, Wayne Chateau, who makes some of the beats that you love to dance to. So Wayne, this is my choreographer, and he's been my choreographer for well over how long?
About
because my big ass stopped dancing.
He's stupid.
so
about 16 years.
Yeah, about 15 years. So tell, and you've done little tours and shows with me. So tell, you have any questions, first of all, and let him know, like, what you think.
Well, yeah, what I was about to tell him was the interview is not over, sir. I definitely want to. I mean, because she have a lot of good hits that, if with you being behind the music and being behind her with a lot of her projects, I just say thank you first, because it makes my job much easier when it comes down to the choreography part. Your ear for music and the sound that you create is amazing. Let me just go ahead and let you know that.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
So as far as the music, like what with making, producing a beat or coming up with a beat or whatever the case may be, how is it different for Nina than it is for some of your other clients?
Because Nina's more mature and she's able to understand and comprehend what I'm asking, which means if I came in and I have a project and I say, Nina, okay, she pays attention to detail, and that's one of the good things about it. She pays attention to detail. If I say, okay, I got a beat for so-and-so, it's a party beat, but it's more some like, yo, we in the club, we popping in, we blowing, she'll get it, and like, oh, I already got it. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Her mind do have a funny way of working when it comes down to the music part.
But, you know, one of the things, her work ethic, like it's been times, don't get me wrong, she got her ways when she'll go, okay, we'll start and 10 years to go by and 3 years to go by and 2 days to go by. But we've been more consistent.
Listen, I know.
That's kind of cool. Huh?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I do know because she takes breaks and I'll be like, no, give me more. I need more music. You cannot stop yet. You know what I mean? And she'll be trying to hear that. And I just be like, no, we need to be at this show. We need to be in this city and we need to be doing this. And she'd be like, no, I need to focus on this. And I'm like, we can focus on this together. I'll do what you need me to do on my end, and you can continue to do what you do, you know.
Right.
It really works sometimes. So I understand what you mean by the little gaps of, you know, her being stubborn. Let's just say it for that, for sake of words. I understand how.
Yeah, I understand people need breaks, but she takes long breaks.
Y'all heard that? I just wanted to get you on that because that was cute.
Look. You guys got to hold on for a second.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay. So Mr. 3.0, since we got you on the line, you can take over and so now that you know that the because it's crazy, I never connected y'all. You create the mood. You know, so this is the first time really connecting the production, you to the producer who's behind. I remember you really loved the Spanish type track we did. Well, that was Wayne who produced that. So how do you feel about like the beats of the music and putting together the shows for me? I mean, you've been working with me for over 13 years. You've been on, you know, working with some of the choreography for some of my biggest shows. How did it feel putting together the choreography? Like, what do you do when you listen to my music personally and say, here we go, we're going to put this choreography together? What's the first thing that you do when you receive the music?
Right.
Well, when I receive the music, the first thing I usually do is I listen to it, you know, to myself, but then I also play it around other people. And I pick up their vibes off of what they hear. And that's what happened with the Spanish joint. That's why I fell in love with that. You know, Ladies is Pimps is always going to be a classic to me. It's always going to be my number one hit. But it was
no doubt.
I put that on, and people just party with me, and I got a chance to see how they move to different things. So it's good music. You can tell good music because it's easier for me to come up and create and have a game plan, showtime, and when we're on stage and creating that plan B. You always got to have a plan B. You know, you go on stage, when it's starting to go down, it go down. If you see an error about to come, if you don't have a plan B in place, then it's hard. With good music, you can create that plan B. You know what I mean?
Right.
If it's not really good music, it's difficult to be able to create a plan B behind something that doesn't really have a real good concept. That's just my opinion when it comes down to music. So listen, brother, I'm ready for the new stuff. That's what I'm a little anxious over here, right? She know not to tell me about new music because I be wanting it right then and there. And she stated that, you know, we've never been able to connect. So it's going to be a pleasure when I finally get to meet you and, you know, I can show you. Yeah, and I can actually give you a few things that, you know, I've known and picked up from her from back in the day and some of the things that I got out of the music. So with you being the creator of the music, I applaud you, all thumbs up, brother.
Good job, man, for doing your thing. I just think it's a great thing that after all these years, finally we about to see not only our funness, but the dream opens up and becomes live and is being put together. whereas though most people don't even get to see things like that.
Yeah,
that's
I
the
didn't
Well, I think that we both, I think we both really had to get back in a space in our life to where as though we had the time to really focus on projects like that. Because the one thing I have learned from Nina Capone is that we're not just going to do something just to do it. It's not. We're not going to we're not going to do a video just because this song is hot and it's going to hit. And we're going to plan everything strategically and do it the right way. So that's one thing I've learned. Like, when she ready, is ready. When she need to, get her mind in the right place, that's where those breaks come in at. But they'd be good breaks. I'm gonna say some of them are good breaks, not all of them, but some of them.
I try. But just having you guys literally behind me has been a blessing, because I was able to take those breaks, and then having a relationship that I have with you and Wayne, and being able to pick up the phone and say, okay, I'm ready. I hit Wayne like with an uppercut. Like, not only are we going to do this project, but we're going to share it with the world this time. Back when 21 years ago, we weren't on Facebook or Instagram. We was on MySpace kind of, sort of, a little bit, but we wasn't
right.
We didn't have an opportunity.
Yeah, technology wasn't that great. It wasn't all like it is now.
No, not at all. So we didn't have the opportunity to share like we really would like to have shared with the world what we were working on. I mean, Mr. 3.0, you can talk about some of the rehearsals, the phenomenal rehearsals that we had with all of the male exotic dancers, the female exotic dancers.
Right, the female. We had some crazy stories, too, with those. Don't forget about that.
Listen.
We had some episodes. So it's a lot to this.
Yes. We had some crazy episodes. We had a lot of excitement when it came down to a lot of people have never really seen, may or may have not seen my stage shows where we brought them to life, utilizing the likes of exotic male dancers, exotic female dancers, regular choreographers, regular street dancers, and bringing all of those personalities together in a studio to rehearse is is unique.
Now, well, you want to know what? I think the best for me, I'm going to say I'm going to put in my top 3 is the live band. The live band is when it really get real.
Yeah.
Wow.
I always loved it. I've always loved that sound, to be able to dance. Yeah, like when she threw me, Wayne, she threw me in the loop on one. All she said was, get dressed. No, all she said was, get dressed. I said, oh, okay. We're going to an event. That's all she said. We're going to an event. We get to the event, and you know how, when you come in, you got to do sign-ins or you got to pay to get in. No, we got badges. It was just a badge on your neck, and we just start walking. Next thing you know, she come to me and say, well, go ahead to the bar, get you a drink. We go on in 30 minutes. Wait a minute. Whoa, what? Huh? What? You doing what?
Get your mind right.
No practice, no practice, no rehearsal. Yeah, no practice, no rehearsal. Listen, not for this is gonna happen tonight. This is the event. No, it's just jump in there. And for me, that's why it became like one of my greatest experiences with her, because when that band started playing, it was just like I let it all go and I just kind of. She had to step back for a second. It was just like, hey, this is my dancer, because he is a real forward.
My choreographer with me. No, it's always
right.
when you're with a live band, because you get to feel the music in a different way. So to take something that Wayne may have created and say, okay, y'all, hey band, learn this, and they learn that song and they play that, and it just brings your show to life. So it makes you as an artist just kind of be able to toy with the sound a little bit, listen to the new instrumentation that they bring in, dance different, move around different, interact with the crowd different.
Yeah.
Use your hands to stop the drum, just to bring the drums in for a second. I love leading the band. Like, hold on. One more time.
Right.
I guess that would be one of my best experiences as well. We just had so much fun over the years. 13 years that you've been with us, G. was just crazy. I mean, we had so much rehearsals. Remember the crazy rehearsals? The long
Yeah,
drawn
the
out
rehearsals is
rehearsals.
the 24/7. You talk about the 24/7
Oh, wow.
where Wayne, we talk about where first thing in the morning we at it, we take a little break, we eat, and next thing you know, we're eating breakfast the next morning, but everything is done.
Wow.
Everything is done. Like we talking about from beginning to the end, for the plan Bs and the backup plan, and all of that was done by the next morning, because that's the way. That's why when I was listening to when you first came on and you were talking about her or you were saying for yourself that when you start something, it got to get done. We're not going to put it down for a second and go back and pick it up. She had that concept, and she gave me that concept for some of the things that I was doing, and we were doing together, and it helped me make her job easier.
Right.
So when it came time for practice, I'm like 3 steps ahead. Like, listen, no, we already got that already. We gonna do this, and we gonna do that. She was working out. That's what she was doing. She was working out and having fun and learning how to dance. And that stage presence, I really applaud her stage presence.
Yeah,
I really do.
But we gotta say we had a lot of fun. We practiced, and I think people kind of lose this part. But when we went to the club, where did we go? To Palmer's, was it? Was it called?
Oh yeah, I got that. That's another time, Wayne, where it was just like, hey G, what you doing? I was like, chilling. She was like, get dressed. Now,
get dressed.
By this time though, I know to get dressed now. Anything can happen when we get out. But yeah, I think we started off on South Street. We ate, I guess, lunch down South Street at this nice restaurant that has some good live music. And then from there, it was like, let's go to Palmer's. Let's have some fun. But we were able to, even though it wasn't her music, be able to practice music and sequence together. So when we get on stage, it's just like, bam, this is what you get. This is what it is. So it was definitely like going to the club for everybody else is to party and turn up. And we use that for work. Like, to get half our job done, let's go to the club. Let's just dance. You know what I mean? Let's just get
no days off.
Fun times, man. I miss them days, boy.
Woo! I got to get younger to be able to do that stuff again.
Well, listen, I appreciate you guys having me on. But I got track done. And
I look forward to meeting you, sir.
No problem.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Wayne. Thanks for joining us. I definitely appreciate it. Talk to you soon on the other side.
No problem.
Mr. 3.0.
You already know. Nina Capone.
We're gonna close it out in a few seconds here. We got about 2 minutes left.
I missed it already. Wait a minute. I want to say, everybody, thank y'all for tuning in. The Respect the Hustle is back. Y'all can look forward to it each and every Thursday, 7 o'clock. We got good guests coming. We got interviews coming. It's about to happen. So thank everybody for tuning in. Everybody who was supporting before, thank y'all. And everybody that's new, welcome aboard. Respect the Hustle all day.
Welcome to the Hustle. Make sure you tune in each and every Thursday evening at 7 p.m. Some Saturdays will be announced as well. But we're here. We're back. We're looking forward to having lots and lots of fun again on the show. And bringing on new guests. Shout out to everybody that's been on the Respect the Hustle show, and those that are looking forward to coming on the Respect the Hustle show. We're looking forward to having you. But it's our time. It's time for us to get out of here. I've been running all day. Shout out to everybody on Instagram that's tuned in, on Facebook, on Twitch, on YouTube, on the other Facebook. We definitely appreciate everybody that's out there. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at Nina Capone 1, and on at N Capone 1 for Facebook. So keep up everything. We got about 90 seconds left, and we're out of here. Mr. 3.0, thank you for jumping in.
No problem.
As usual. So glad to be back.
On the
So
hustle.
glad that we're back to the hustle. You already know. Continue to do what you're doing. Of course, I'm going to talk to you on the other side, but it's time for me to get out of this studio and get myself to a nice resting place. So let's go out with a nice drop real quick.
Yo, what's up? This the world's greatest DJ, the KID, the Kid Capri, and I'm banging with Nina Capone right here on the hottest radio show in the world, In the Streets Radio. Let's get it.
You already know. And on that note, we out of here.
Respect the hustle.
Respect the hustle, baby.
There'll be days like this, my soul will keep running, my heart will keep drumming, those pains in my stomach, numbers keep flashing and days going by. Why would you leave me? Why would you die? I can't stop it, I dream about popping them up, maybe just stopping them from making me cry. Pain in my eyes, I'm so paralyzed, these demons are scheming, taking my high, but I keep gazing in the eyes of life. I circle the block, I see you twice, but they don't hear me though I see you smiling.